Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. All right. Didn't really expect to do this, but it has to be done. So, Tasha K talked to that girl. You know, that girl think that she's so fine. She could whoop Tommy's behind. That girl. Yes, the girl who attacked Mr. Tommy Sotomayor on the stage, or was attacked by Tommy Sotomayor. It depends on how you wish to view it. She popped up on Tasha K's show. Now, I was watching Bernard's and I was on Bernard, so I didn't really get to see much of it. I was kind of like listening in and out. Oh, and I might do a response to Obsidian on Bernard's show. Who knows? But from what I seen, it was worth covering because, as y'all all know, I did a show about Tasha K's coverage of Danica Marie and their one-on-one interview. And Danica was like, oh, you need to give her a chance. You need to check out some of. And I was like, okay, I'll bite. However, every chance I give her, oh, and I'm gonna do the part two of Danica's thing. I forgot about that. But every chance I give Tasha K, it seems to be more and more and more chicanery. It seems to be like she has the feminist mindset bad. She got it bad, she got it deep. It is ingrained, it is a part of her soul. But I'm not even going to like harp on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video or play the audio portion of the video, and you all can, you know, judge for yourself as I give my commentary, of course. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. All right, so let's see here. And
This this live stream is sponsored in part by Sweet Bitch, okay? So I don't know if you guys know, there has been some up shit going down here on the internet, all right? And so Tommy Sotomayor, okay, was on a podcast, and there's a woman that he had an encounter with, very brief encounter with on a podcast, and she decides to confront him about all of the fuck shit that he says about every black woman, not to their face,
mhm.
okay? But on the internet, he's a different type of dude, okay? I've seen him in action. I've seen him. You know what I'm saying? When the Brotherhood confront him, he want to run. He want to say that's a bitch.
Ah, dang, why does that remind me? Why does what she just said reminds me of the interactions that I have with Mr. Tommy Sotomayor? Why is that? That's, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Move. He want to call the police. And so after this woman decides to confront him about all the shit that he done said about every black woman he done had children with, and done wanted to screw, he done flew down. Now he want to resort to calling her black bees. Oh, she ain't this. He effed her friend. She's jealous of her light skinned friend. All types of BS. So y'all know the internet's been going down. I've just been watching and watching. And so, of course he did what bitch niggas do. He called the white folks. And so, Shay, who is the woman involved, is here to tell her story. Okay, we're gonna ask her some questions, and then
Now, this whole you're a bitch if you call the white people. Notice how the women have no problem at all weaponizing the legal system against black men, but shame you for doing the same. You see, they want you to be at a constant disadvantage. Like, you can't call the cops on me, but I can always call the cops on you. I will use them as other slaves used to do with overseers. I can call them on you. You cannot call them on me, or else your name will be mud in the streets. That's going to come up later. I did hear that part. It's shaming. It's shaming so you can put one hand behind your back. I'm going to do a video on this, but fellas, feel free to call the police. Feel free to call the white folks on these chicks. I do all the time. I have no hesitation on doing stuff like that. Like, if you live in a neighborhood and you see some F chick going on, then yeah, call them. Call them boys. You know, if it's a single mother in the vicinity of where you live and she leaves in the middle of the night and the kid is still there, call them people. Call them people. Uh, 2 times I had to call people. Time number one. Woman was abusing her senile aunt for what he says. Now he's coping with senility, but that's what he says, that he's being abused by his niece. Call the people, no hesitation. Elder abuse, no hesitation. You could get whoever, get your husband, get your brothers, get anybody to come at me for snitching. You know where I live, I'm across the street. Call the people. The second time, I'm not going to mention the second time. I'm placing more of the video.
The reason I decided to go live on StreamYard is so y'all can ask her some questions, okay? Because she did what a lot of us probably would not do, okay? Ask him to his motherfucking face. Welcome, Shea. How you doing? Bring on up in here. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
I miss my gal.
Oh.
You're making me miss my gal. I'm like, and I asked the doctor if he could, he said he couldn't leave it. But you look very...
Now, you can't see from the picture on your screen, but Shea has a gap in her teeth, in her 2 top front teeth. She has a gap there. She says that she misses her gap, is what Tasha K says. Like, I had a flaw that I decided to correct. And this is a flaw that I thought was so unappealing that I corrected it, that you still have. That is what you call shade. This is basically me saying that you still have a gap and I don't. Kind of like me walking up to a dude saying, I miss my bus pass. Some crap like that.
I'm going to get my teeth done also, hopefully.
No, your gap is original. Don't do it.
I'm getting with my...
Then why'd you get rid of yours? How original is it if 2 chicks had it?
Gap.
Well, let me know how it turned out, because I may have to go get mine redone for my gal. Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to Wino Land. I don't know if you know how things go down over here.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit, though.
Okay, as you shouldn't.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Shea. Give us some background before we get into the fuck shit that's going on.
Well, my name is Shea Means. I am from Waco, Texas. I'm 25 years old. I have my own Black-owned business called Upscale House. It's a boutique. And I also just started YouTubing. So that's what I got going on. And I also travel.
Okay. So boutique meaning clothes or accessories?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Waco.
Why do these chicks introduce themselves with their resume, for one? But because that's not the reason you're here. But I get it. You're advertising your boutique or what have you. But 2, why is I traveled on there? Like, oh, by the way, I traveled. Like, how's that relevant? Like, I think travel is just something that they want to just check off a box. It's not like being a decent wife and mother is on the list of stuff. They just say, I traveled.
I used to live in Killeen.
Wow, I used to stay in Killeen also for 2 years.
Are you a military brat?
No, but it's a military town. Do you?
I know. That's wicked. That's how I ended up there. My mama was in the Army, and we were stationed on Fort Hood. And contrary to what people say, Killeen was pretty rough.
Yeah.
The Mayor's lane went, okay? And so, But tell us, how did you come to get on that podcast before we get
Okay, so I got back on the podcast, let's say about a month ago. So that would have make my third time going back when he was there. I basically found out about it through my friend, and he basically put in a word for me, and I had DM Myron, I believe, and he said I could come, and that's how it ended up getting set up, and I ended up coming. So I was originally the day I DM'd him, he said I could come that night, but I had so much going on because it was just I didn't expect him to write me back. So I asked him like, could we do it Thursday? And then we did it for Thursday, and then that's when they had, Tommy as a co-host there, and then that's how that relationship has started.
Okay. So, how long into the podcast? Because I know their podcasts are around 2-3 hours long.
Yes.
Bunch of rambling.
And she's now hating on Fresh and Fit.
Like I said, I'm gonna leave my thoughts to the end because I really want you to tell your story.
You just gave your thoughts.
But how long into the podcast until things go wrong? Because you were sitting right beside Tommy. It looks like it was a setup.
Yeah, I honestly do believe there was a setup because I was, brought back to be the co-host, and I didn't know that, he was gonna be there. So I also ran a little bit late also. So they like held the show back just a little bit for me too to even, make it on time. And that's how that happened. So when I, come and sit around, they basically said that I was the star of the show. So we want you to sit right here. So they told me where to sit. And it was next to him.
I don't entirely buy that. I don't know why she would be the star of the show. That doesn't really make much sense to
me. So do you think they had any prior background or did they have any, I guess, knowledge of you having beef with him? Or maybe it was something he started saying, you know what, I smashed that girl or something like that?
No, I honestly don't know if they knew, but, definitely like the energy was there. Like I could just feel like it was, he already had kind of felt some way. Because in the beginning we were good. Like everything was good. Everybody take videos and pictures for the, channel so they can have it as the background photo. Everything was good. So it really everything went downhill once I asked my question, to be honest. And that was already 2 hours into the show.
So you was taking it downhill.
So, like the whole show, I was calm, I was cool, vibing with everyone. And then when it came to a specific topic and basically our final thoughts of everything, I asked the question, and then everything from there, it was just downhill.
Okay. Now, I watched the video. You seem pretty cordial, but he has a problem and has always had a problem with rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so he's the type
this is what they do. They psychoanalyze as a means to shame and basically disqualify whatever Tommy says or does.
You're trying to have a conversation, he gets louder. And I saw him getting louder. He wasn't really addressing you to your face. He was just focused on getting louder, trying to trigger you. And when the name calling started, oh, you Black B, you this, you that. But he wasn't calling you those names when he bought your flight.
Okay. What she's saying is true about Tommy. He did escalate it. He did raise his voice, and he did do all that. However, she stood up first. I'm going to watch it again. But she did stand up first. So he does have reason to, that is the more aggressive act, standing up on somebody who's sitting down. However, he did call her a black bitch and et cetera, first.
Exactly. Wasn't doing none of that when he bought the flight. When it was book check, he wasn't doing any of that. So it's like crazy that, he was just saying all those things for, you didn't even have to go so far in because it wasn't even that deep. It was just a question. Everybody really wanted to know that question, and it still wasn't even answered after all that commotion.
Now, let me back up a little bit. Now, let's back up to you having some type of rapport with Tommy Sotomayor. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is no shade. I don't even know how you did it. I don't. I don't even know how you entertained him, uh, accepted a flight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna ask you why in a second. But how did you and him come to have some sort of rapport relationship?
Once after like he booked my flight, and once I got there and I didn't feel the really energy, I
Hmm.
asked him to book my flight and to leave after we did the podcast. Basically, he had on his OnlyFans because that was the original plan for me to fly out there for. I honestly did not know who Tommy was before all this, so I didn't know his background. I didn't know that he had a history of really talking so much about dark skinned women. If I knew that, I should have had did my research, but I didn't. He told me that we were going on the podcast to talk about different topics.
So you didn't do your research on somebody that you accepted money from and took a flight to see, and somebody who's transparent, somebody who's out there. He's a public face. You pretty much know him. He's been out there since you were 15. You say, I don't know this guy, but it's a free plane ticket to wherever, so I'm going to go. Really?
Topics after everything of what happened on Fresh and Fit with me the first time. So
What
what
happened the
led
first
into
time on
that.
Fresh and Fit?
So basically, I went
So
kind
you
of
went on
little
Fresh and
semi
Fit. Hold on. So you went on Fresh and Fit twice. Okay,
three
the
times.
first time, this was before the incident happened with Tommy. So you went on the
Yes.
first time. Tell us what happened the first time you went on to that fuck shit podcast. Let us know.
Okay, so the first time on the podcast, everything was good. We was talking about different topics. I was basically making fun of girls that go to Dubai to go be human body potters and everything. And so it kind of went a little viral with that. And so they took that and they wanted to book me. So like I had even a separate interview with Fresh with my friend, and then Tommy wanted to fly both of us out to do another interview for his podcast.
So this was you attacking, like, I guess, girls who go to Dubai to prostitute.
Yeah, basically, like I was saying, girls go to Dubai to go be human body potters, and I was like,
She said, wasn't? Okay, this is because she was attacking a woman if she say porta potties.
don't be surprised when you see your favorite, IG model. She's on a private jet, and y'all not knowing, thinking she's living her best life, but that's not what's going down. Like they're going to Dubai, coming back to America, $500,000
Just to get shitted on.
just to get shitted on,
I'm gonna have to
discussed out,
sneak into
freaked
one of
out,
these brothels or
disgusting things
something. I'm
that
gonna
I
have
can never ever do. And also, Tommy lied on my image, said that that's what I went to Dubai for. And when you can clearly see on my channel, I have a whole Dubai vlog of what went down when I was in Dubai. I was there for a birthday, and it was a group of 8 of us. So, like, he lied on my image with that.
Now, that is suspect. And just because it was 8 of you, that doesn't mean that the guy didn't just take 8 shits or 8 guys took a single shit. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. But why Dubai? Like, why does a non prostitute, a non shit woman go to Dubai? Like, of all places in the world you can go to what did she say? Like, celebrate your birthday. Dubai, really? It's like, what's the attraction?
And that was very disturbing, too, because why would I talk about it and I go back door and do what I just talked about?
To put people off the scent.
Okay. All right. Well, so of course that went viral. Now I did see there was some controversy about, I guess, during the first podcast of you calling the white girls burgers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was
Is
just
that
like,
true?
yeah, I caught, like, that's really a Florida thing. People don't
Yeah, I
say
know.
white
I'm from
people, that
Florida.
they
I
just,
know.
yeah, we just,
Oh God. So she called white people a racist term. That is a racist word, and she's perfectly okay with this. They should just accept this racial slur because I'm from Florida. Like, can white people use the N word and say, well, they should accept it? I'm from Alabama. Can they say, well, I am from Mississippi? Like, is that an excuse to say ignorant crap? See, this stems from that thinking that only white people can be racist. Therefore, anything I say about them is fair game, and everything they say about me should get them canceled. How much of this crap do you think that they're going to put up with? I'm talking about with the ER, Sugar Bomb. Talking about with the ER. Yes, they are totally different. However, it's the most she has. There isn't a equivalent to the N word for white people. Let's be clear. However, that is the strongest word that we have against them, and she used it, meaning that she wanted to maximize her racism against them. Fair use.
Just be like crackers, like they go to crackers, like that's just a slang. It's nothing to be racist about, but that's the truth. It's just crackers. Like it's not nothing bad. He tried to take that and run with it also.
It's something bad. It's not something good. Yeah, it's not. Like that's, and then the fact that you're saying it like there goes them. Like you identify people by a race. Yes, it is. Ass butt.
Even the whole F&F, like they tried to just really play the whole situation, making it seem like, oh, this is what she really think about white people. What do I think about white people? Like saying crackers. I'm pretty sure behind closed doors,
they don't like fresh and fit. Don't like you talking down. Don't like any dark skinned woman talking down on their white queen. Okay, so
don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. It's a term of endearment. So all right. I'll bite for a second. The moment you find out the country pop sensation that say stuff like, just because I love my crackers, I'd eat a box of them crackers. Anybody say, where are my crackers? All I say is I'm eating my crackers. Once you find the white person who talk like that, then hit me with the term of endearment. It's your dumb ass. Man. What's good, Town Biz?
You can't go there. You can't go there. Listen, they love them so much. They protect their white women. They love them so much, they are willing to trick off of them, okay? And still be.
Notice how they say that as a bad thing? Because apparently they're willing to trick off of you. They love them so much that they're willing to give them money to put them on their knees. They love them because they want to put their penis in their vagina. That's love. That's love. The way a man expresses his love for a woman is dropping money on the ground, telling her to bend over, and then putting a penis in her. That's love. They love these women so much that they're willing to trick on them. That's how you define love, really?
Little, the very woman that puts them out of their pussy. Stop it. You better not address they white queen prostitute at all.
Yeah, at all.
Sorry,
because they like
sugar baby.
They protect.
Why is she talking like she's not a hoe? Why is this chick right here talking as if she's not a hoe and as if she don't have black male clients? I mean, let's put it out there. You are a prostitute. for all races. So stop saying that there's a preference. No, you make your money opening your vagina to men who, by your definition, love you.
Hey, baby, I'm sorry.
They
Yeah,
literally protect them on the podcast. Like
I
they
know,
wouldn't
I
even
know.
even if they want us to get like dark skinned women to get out of character, but when it comes to say if a white girl or a mixed person start getting out of character, they quickly shut their conversation down to make
Fresh and Fit has kicked off white girls, I'm sure.
sure that they don't look bad. And that fucking sucks. Just do it for everybody. So it's like really a setup. It's a setup for a lot of dark skinned women. Like I literally tell everybody now, like do not go on that show if you
Okay, here's the thing. It's not a setup when you brought up the conversation. You brought up the conversation to Tommy. That is not a setup. The show was about to end. You was like one more thing, and this ended with your fist on his throat. So let's be clear, that is not a setup.
you know a black
Hit the like button.
woman because they're going to clown you, and they purposely pick out certain girls of certain color, certain ways just to be on the show to try to show and portray an image of how black women, dark skinned women are.
So basically, you're saying that they give you an opportunity to make a fool of yourself and prove a stereotype, and you take it. Once again, this started with a topic that you brought up. You could have ended the show and left everything good, left everything cordial, but you didn't.
it was the same. It's the same dark skinned woman that wouldn't give them no ass in high school.
Exactly.
They was too stiff. You can tell they didn't get no ass. You can tell when they fucking now they too stiff.
Okay. Oh God. There's so much with that. There's so much with that. First of all, okay. So what if these women, these dark-skinned black women, didn't give them no ass in high school? Then everything they say and do is justified. Like they would be justified by saying, by protecting the non-black women who did give them ass in high school. Like basically you're saying they're mad at us, was like, and then you give reason to justify them being mad at you. Like, okay, these are the women that didn't give me ass in high school. And now I'm gonna show the world how much of an ass they are. That's perfectly legitimate. That is perfectly fine.
They ain't got
Exactly.
no swag.
Exactly.
They ain't got it. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, they too swag. You got to have a little swag. You can't be so, you know.
That's just plumb stupid. See, here's what I've come to realize. Swag is a word with an empty definition, meaning that it's one of those things that they can always hit you with. Oh, it's because swag. Like, okay. Now, because this argument was made by Tasha K, it should negate the whole there are no men out there if you are dismissing niggas on the basis of swag. It's stupid.
You can't
Exactly.
You got to be
Exactly.
the choir. You so listen. Okay, now back to Tommy. So you guys are sitting down, and I love your approach. I'm not gonna lie because let me be honest with you. If I run into him, it's gonna be the same conversation. All that shit you say on the internet, keep the same energy now.
Exactly.
Somebody says most manosphere men are rejects, though. Listen, every man is a reject, including myself. If you've been rejected, then you are a reject. And because men tend to like want what they can't have, by definition, they're rejects.
So
And he's a good manipulator.
trust.
Man, he had all them girls and everything on his side, like he just, team for them. Like it's just sad how he tried to really manipulate that whole entire question.
Let me tell you what I saw that really hit me wrong, okay? So
Mhm.
you're having a conversation with him about things that he says about our mothers, our daughters, our aunts, the same dark skin, the same black bitches that pushed his ugly, short, dwarf looking ass out. Okay? Yeah, okay? And then the white girl sitting over there, well,
I thought Tommy was like regular size. I get it if she say that he looks like a tall midget, but yeah, I thought he was regular size.
he has a right to his opinion.
Oh man, that
Oh God. All right. Here's the thing. Everybody is a reject. Therefore, no one is. You're simple. So it means y'all dealing with rejection trauma. Sounds about right. Listen, you know who's dealing with rejection trauma? These two. You know who's dealing with rejection trauma? You. More than anyone here, you're dealing with rejection trauma. You see, here's the thing. Amongst women, the dark skinned black woman is the most rejected. Doesn't mean that she's rejected as much as a man. However, it does mean that she is the most rejected amongst women. Now, stop and think about that, what that means for a second. By everybody with options to have something other than you. Once again, not saying you're rejected as much as a man, but you're far more rejected compared to any other group of women that probably has ever existed. There you go. And this is the rejection issue. They're having this panel on the rejection issue. Notice how their complaints is about his interest in white women. Oh, he's protecting white women. They're tricking on white women and blah, 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 blah. But we're rejected. How can we be rejected when we don't chase men? Not being chased by men is a rejected. If a man chases another over you, that's rejection.
that pissed everybody off.
Let me tell you, because I'm from Florida too, like you, but I'm a little older than you.
Hmm.
It wouldn't have been shut the fuck up to her. I would have jumped across the table and put that bitch in her place. You don't get to speak on nothing black here because you're not that, okay?
Exactly.
You're the piss bucket for the reject niggas in our community. Let's just keep it 100, okay?
Okay, that's fine. As long as they have a place to piss. If she's happy with that arrangement, if that man is your trash and he's this woman's treasure, then he should go where he's treasured. And she gets what she treasured. In a real way, you shouldn't speak on that because that's an arrangement between two consenting adults. Really, you shouldn't speak on that.
That's all you are. A fantasy. Something he wants to have with us. And so he makes it up with you. And you ain't got no right to talk about nobody sitting here and you pillow talk with a reject nigga from our community. But keep it going, though. Keep it going. I just had. Because if I was there with you, that's how the fuck it would have went down. You shut the fuck up or I'm going to make you shut the fuck up.
Period.
Okay.
Really? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? What exactly are you going to do? You see, they talk about things like this and situations like this as if they have power. Now, they do have the power and ability to call, the boys in blue on men that are ethically opposed to calling the boys on blue on them. But outside, that is the extent of your power. That is the extent. Once it really comes down to it, you hit her, she beat you, and then she sues you for $4 million. That is the extent of the ability that you have to get sued again. You ain't gonna do shit, and you know it. Just empty threats and neck rolling. Nobody actually takes that seriously. They just sit and pretend to be more ladylike while you make a fool of yourself.
I'm sorry, I got a little.
Yeah, and then you see like in the moment, and then they purpose, like I ain't gonna say purposely, but they know what they're doing. They give girls literally liquor before the show. You can have liquor while drinking on the show. Like they really want you.
Hey, did you know you can have liquor while drinking? Because she's so smart. You can have liquor while you're drinking. As opposed to other places where you can have liquor as long as you're not drinking. You can have liquor while you're drinking. Because, genius, you can have liquor while you're drinking on the show. Yeah, I said something smart.
Then they purpose, like I ain't gonna say purposely, but they know what they're doing. They give girls literally liquor before the show. You can have liquor while drinking on the show. Like they really want you to try to be.
Now the ironic thing is that Tasha K is drinking liquor as we speak, or as she speaks.
Try to show an image of like how you can be on liquor and stuff. Like it's really sad. It's so sad because it's like.
Now keep in mind that they're all drinking on the show. They all are off that liquor on the show. But the one that acts different is ... Hit the like button.
It's like now everything that happened is like when I go back and look at it, that's the whole image that they portray. Like all this is a setup. Like it's a setup to really try to play a specific race to try to show.
Okay, let's just say it is a setup, and you fell for it. Say if my company, say if the place of business, right? My place of business. Say there's a bunch of white people, and they invite you to a company dinner, and you sit down, and then there's a camera there, and they say, okay, so I guess for an appetizer, we'll all have some grape soda and watermelon, and yeah, we'll start with you, GameChanger. So yeah, go ahead and have a taste. We'll just be recording this meeting and this dinner, and yeah, go ahead and eat some melons and take a sip of grape soda. Would you please? Would you please do that? It's free. It's free melon and grape soda. Go ahead. What do you do in that situation? Well, what she did is she fell for it.
And say that this is how every dark-skinned woman acts, blah, 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 but it's not even that in that case. They just big time manipulators. Like, man, it's so sad. A whole community is feeding into this shit.
Yeah, and you know what? I really don't give a fuck about what they say because at the end of the day, if the black men could have us, they wouldn't be going over there. So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
Now, it's something interesting because on one hand, the argument is there aren't enough good black men. So now she just throws that argument out the window and say, if they can have us, they wouldn't be going over there. Okay, bet. So we do. And that's perfectly fine. Don't complain about the men that you didn't want. Okay, Dejan says, laughing my ass off, Tasha K, about to own some more, or excuse me, owe some more dollars. Yeah, DJ Academics about to have a field day with this one. Yeah, I want to see what he do.
You didn't want me when I was younger, so I'm gonna prop this bitch up. But shit, let me tell you something. See, they'll talk while they got the other bitches in the room, but let me catch you in the hallway. Let me catch you in the motherfucking hallway. Now that's the shit that pissed me off because you was addressing as a black woman.
What does that mean? Let me catch you in the hallway. You talk shit when other women are in the room, but let me catch you in the hallway. What does the hallway have to do with anything? What the hell was that? Let's see where she's going with this.
Black man that literally calls his own daughter. You look just like his beautiful black daughter, a black bitch.
Now, he didn't literally call his own daughter that. And you don't look like his daughter. You look like you're 4 times his daughter's age. Like, just because you share a skin color with somebody, that doesn't mean you look like them. By that logic, I look like Michael B. Jordan. I'm just going up to chick. I look just like Michael B. Jordan. So, yeah, any insults you have against him or any compliments you give to him is a compliment to me because we share the same skin color. What?
But he ain't flying out no white women. To this day.
But he didn't fly out no white women. Now, it is likely that Tommy does have a preference, but if he did, will we even know? Like, will we even know if he flew out white women? Because they're discreet. They don't embarrass themselves like you just did. Hit the like button.
Hey, Tommy ain't flying out no white women. I ain't seen it yet.
Period.
Look on here. So, what I love.
Wait, didn't he fly in like some Russian chick years ago? That they were together for like over a year or so? Just saying.
Though, you saying what you gotta say. And then, of course, what you do in Florida. You swing on it that you want to call me a bitch. Those are words that will get your ass slapped. So I love how you did that. But tell me about that moment. How angry were you?
I was very, very angry only because it's like he tried to start playing me. Like, you talking so much about black, dark-skinned women, but you're flying them out behind closed doors.
Oh, God. Oh, God, these chicks are slow. This type of thinking, this type of reaction is indicative of a group of people that don't understand, can't separate the desire to sleep with somebody with love and affection and blah 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 blah. Love, marriage, baby, carriage, all that. They feel that because somebody is willing to put his penis inside you, that how can you talk crap about somebody like that? Let's just take, that porn genre. I'm not gonna mention it, but that porn genre where the white dudes do degrading things to black women. Like, well, you have such a negative opinion about black women, but why are you pissing in my mouth? You have such a negative opinion about black women, but why are you making me? Why are you letting me vomit on your penis? You have such a negative opinion about black women, but why are you putting a dog collar around me and beating me and calling me whore? You have such a negative opinion about black women, but why are you filming it while I lick water out of the toilet? There must be something you like about us, right? Hit the like button. they can't separate a person's willingness to have sex with them with actually liking them. They're just stupid like that.
So it's like, don't try to play the situation. You just mad because you caught right in HK. You're caught. You're in 4K. I was like HK 4K. You're caught right in it. So it's just like up until that moment, it was so heated. And so as you see, when I stood up, I'm talking in the mic because I want to get my point across. You're gonna hear me. And he pushed Myron into me. If you slow mo the video down, he pushes him into me, and that's what made me protect myself. In the Florida state law, it don't matter who hit who first. If you feel that your life is in threat, you can
Right.
protect yourself. And I
Right.
did exactly that. You pushed him into
I think it's more if the court feels you have reason to assume your life was in danger. But yeah,
me, and I'm reacting.
I don't think Tommy's gonna win. I don't think Tommy is going to win this whole debacle. Just looking at the video, just my opinion. I'm not on the jury. It's a nutriment drink.
I saw the windmill girl. I saw him like this.
And then after that, he's really, yeah, coming back, fighting, windmilling. Like, wow, you got this real big energy, but you don't never have this energy for guys. Like, it's so sad. Like, you you can do this with a female, but you can't do this with a guy. That just show you what really is going on behind closed doors. Period.
Oh no, I see.
What does that have to do with what's going on behind closed doors? What does that have to do with anything? And I hate it. I hate that thinking. I truly do. I hate that thinking that, oh, you're willing to do this with a female, but you're not willing to do this with a guy. That's their way of calling you a coward. Okay, so be it. Let's just say he's a coward and he only fights women. How bad of a thing is that? You see, he probably don't do it to guys for the same reason that you do it to guys. And that is because there isn't a consequence. Understand where I'm going with this. Women who do crap like that to guys, right? They can do that because there's no consequences. There's no legal consequences. The black man isn't going to call the cops. Therefore, you could pretty much hit him, smack him, break a bottle over his head, and not have to worry about anything at all, because he's a black man. And for that reason, he feels he could get away with doing that shit to you. He's doing the same thing y'all do, and that's picking the weakest target.
Seen it in it wasn't HD. It was probably 360 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a Siniter event, and a black man. It was a group of them walked up to him, and they confronted him about all the shit that he's been saying about black women on the internet. And he's talking, trying to, why you don't know me? Why you saying that? Well, you don't know the black women that you're talking about either. So he giving you that same energy, right? And then when he steals him and knocks him in the back of his head, he want to go tell. He want to go tell security and call the police.
Did she just say it's a group of them? This is women's logic. So how come you didn't treat me like you treated a group of black men? Well, I would assume that it's obvious to non-idiots.
Praying. But he didn't windmill with them niggas because he know them niggas would have put his ass down right there.
Yeah, he calculated the odds and acted accordingly.
But he gonna windmill with you.
Definitely
Now
is. And
today,
then after
today
that,
somebody put their hands on his daughter. Let me see how he acts.
and
We'll be
then
reporting on
what's so
that in
even
real time.
crazier,
Go
he
ahead.
went and pressed charges against me because of that. And he had 3 people that wrote a statement on me.
Wow. I wonder if those women were, non-black or light-skinned.
A
The
fucking
video was right there.
statement.
The
And
video
the
was right
video
there.
shows proving what you have done to me and provoking me. So I didn't even call him any type of names up. I still didn't even was going in on him and up until he literally windmilled my ass and was attacking me. And I just had enough. I held my composure for so long. Even throughout the show, he was throwing subliminal slugs at me, but nobody knew because they're not knowing he flew me out. So I was like, "You really over here throwing slugs?" So I see what it's really going. All right. And then people thought that I should address him afterwards. I shouldn't have addressed. I want to address him the way that I wanted to because all the people want to hear it. Why do you always talk about dark skinned women on your Instagram and downplaying us? And you still never answered the question. It's about all of
Yes, he did. And you just kept asking the question again. There's something culturally off with that particular cohort of women. And by culturally off, it means that there's a mutual incompatibility with them and the men in the same community and in every other single community on earth. They simply is.
the shit. If you don't like it, unfollow me. Okay, I did unfollow you. It's not a problem about that. It's a whole bigger subject that we're talking about. So it's just crazy. This man went and pressed charges like a little pussy that he is. And wow, now you
Once again, shaming men for pressing charges. Men, press charges. The law isn't something that is just used against black men. It is something, it's a double edged sword. It can go both ways. Press charges, absolutely. Press them.
you're gonna be literally labeled in the streets as a rat. As
In the streets? What type of grown man cares about what's in the streets? What does that even mean? Like pretty much every place you live has a street next to it. But in the streets, you're labeled as a rat. Okay, so I'm a rat. I don't care. The more you care about the opinions of chicks like this, the more vulnerable you are to crap like this.
a fucking rat.
Well, he
On a
did that when he
female
ratted
at
on the
that.
Islam, on
On
the
a
community of the,
female.
when he went and pressed charges on the conscious community for checking him about disrespecting they women. So he this is a history. Okay, this is what he tried to do. But there was video. And there was video. So let me ask you a question. Why did you? I know you said you didn't do no research. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm only 25.
Okay, so you probably don't know his history like that.
I didn't know who he was at all until the first episode that I did.
What made you even accept being flued out by him?
Because we were talking about other things with money situations, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to pay me and my friend.
Other things with money situations. Okay, I don't even want to think about what that is to a prostitute. All right, so Sweet Melody Speaks says, all I hear is violins playing, always playing victim. Absolutely. Absolutely. On a thing that she largely aggressed upon. Should he have yelled and called her a bitch? No. No, he shouldn't have. There's a lot of things that Tommy should not have done. Yeah. But however, she's seeking sympathy now. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit that like button. Thanks a lot, Sweet Melody. Appreciate
you. If you want us to come, like, we obviously are the special guest of this, so you need to pay us. And then that's when we, like, the day that we actually was on the plane heading there, that's when he started to talk about other things he wanted to do. And I was like, we'll see when we get the energy. Like, I want to see and feel the energy out before I do anything. And when
Okay. That's an L for Tommy. Like, you don't pay somebody and then say we'll see if we'll do the service that you paid for. And I get, you pay like an appraisal fee or something like that. Like, if you want to fix your car and you pay to find out what's wrong with it, and then once they find out, you pay to have it fixed. I get that, but that's typically smaller. You paid the whole price just for her to say, oh, we'll see if we vibe. Really? You paid for the possibility of, if what she's saying is true, you paid for the possibility of sex. Like, why would you do that? You paid so she could later just say, oh, swag, chemistry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I got there.
What was the initial conversation, though?
The initial conversation was for us to go out there for the podcast. And then he wanted to do some content for his OnlyFans. But I never agreed with that because I don't do any type of content with guys on my OnlyFans or with guys for their OnlyFans, no matter how much money, because that's something forever that you have.
So Tommy fucks on his OnlyFans?
Yep.
See, I didn't know that. I'm damn sure not gonna. I don't do OnlyFans at all, but I don't want to see that nigga fuck at all. Quite personally, but yeah, I didn't know that he does porn on OnlyFans. I thought that he was using OnlyFans as a place to escape the YouTube algorithm BS.
I mean, I guess the check getting that low, he needs to, fly girls out to do that.
Now, isn't that how all porn works? I guess things are getting low when you have to fly girls out for that. Isn't that how all porn works? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, most of what you see on Pornhub, I'm not talking about what is it? Like the Pornhub. Yeah, I'm not talking about the amateur porn. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, you have like a regular fat Ron Jeremy looking type slimy nasty dude, and he calls some chick, and he lives in California and she lives in Florida, and he says, hey, you want to make $2,500? And she says yes, and she gets flowed out, and they do the do, and she goes back home with $2,500. That's how I'm assuming that it happened. I doubt that all the girls are local. Like, one of the popular ones is Bang Bros or something like that. I think that they come from all over the country. And in some cases all over the world. Yeah, that's how it works. But they don't say, okay, if I get there and the chemistry is right. But if the chemistry isn't right, I'm going to take the money anyway. That's just not how it works.
I'm stumped.
Me too.
I mean, YouTube, he's on his like his 18th channel with YouTube, so I'm not shocked. Yeah.
And you're on your fourth $1 million with Cardi B. Oh!
Whew.
Sad.
Okay, so he wanted you guys to be in a video with him on his OnlyFans.
Yeah, and I didn't agree on it.
So, but your friend agreed on it, right? She said yes.
Yeah.
Did he pay her?
Yeah.
Where's your friend? And I need to talk to her. She got the.
Why do you need to talk to her? Why do you need to talk to her when this is a sound business transaction? It's good business. He paid her to have sex with her, apparently on camera, and she did, but she needs a talking to. And basically by talking to, it means that, she's going to tell her that she's breaking the code of sisterhood by doing any business with a man that, that speaks ill of the Black queen.
The what?
I don't know. I'll definitely give you her info after this.
Please.
And
I want to talk to her. I need to talk to her, woman to woman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How much did he pay her? Did you know? Do you know?
I really don't want to disclose that, but fuck it. Like, he gave her like 2,500, and he was originally supposed to give her 5,000.
Hold on for a second. Hold on.
Big check.
I cannot. He is paying me 25. Look at Teddy. Teddy put his hand. 2,500.
Yeah.
To fuck on his OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the trick. Sotomayor.
All right, here we go with trick shaming. Okay. If he made $2,500.01 off of that, then it makes sense. He profited. He got a penny out of it. What's the big deal? And even if he did, this is an investment. This is entertainment. Like most of porn consists of people who pay for it. But only Black men are called tricks by Black women for doing it.
Yeah. He is, and that's the thing about it. He talks so down about dark-skinned women, all this and that, but you really do love us behind closed doors. You got to.
What does she think love is? Once again, and shame on the older chick. Shame on the older chick for not saying, listen, love isn't a man's willingness to fuck you. Love is something else. Shame on her for not making that point clear.
I want to know how much he get a white girl.
Ain't no telling how much.
Why do you want to know that? Why do you want to know that? Why are you concerned with how much money Tommy Sotomayor gives white prostitutes? See, back in the back of every chick that looked like Tasha K and this chick here, mind is, where does my pussy rank against white woman's pussy? Period. That's all they think about. It's not a matter of, can I get a man? Can I get a loving husband, father, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Nope. It's about how much can I sell this box for, and I'm going to box watch and pocket watch other ethnicities of women. That's why they're so self-conscious. It's a hooker mindset. They have been dealing with, and they've been grappling with the fact that on the open market, their pussy is worth less than all other groups of women. Wanting someone's sexual function is not wanting the person. Imbeciles.
To those, because they do all types of things, if you know what I mean.
Because they do all types of stuff, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. I truly don't know what you mean. What do they do that you don't do? So on G and G, on Ghetto G and G Gaggers, what do they do that you don't do? I'm going to repeat one more time. What do they do that you don't do? I got to ask again. What do they do that you don't do? Exactly, Jackie. It's 304 shaming other 304 saying, oh, they're more 304 than we are. I didn't know it was a contest, but from what I've seen, watching porn, it's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing.
He paid, and so what he do after he smashed him? Please tell me it was protected.
Of course, I hope so. I didn't see it. I wasn't there for that. I was already my ass was black up in Miami. Do you hear me? I was not with it. Like, now, can you fly me back out? I'm ready to go. And it was just uncomfortable because it's just like he thought that was the main thing we were there for. And it's like, no, you told me about a podcast. So we end up doing that podcast. And after that podcast, I literally left to go back to Miami.
And your friend stayed.
Yeah, she stayed because that that money was in her face.
That's how women get AIDS. I cannot.
Is that how? Is that how they get it?
I cannot. Wow. If I was him, I would be angry too if I had to pay our sisters $5,000 for content on OnlyFans, and I guarantee you he ain't bringing that much back in residual. Mm-hmm. There's no way.
Yeah,
I think he might be. And this isn't from anything that I gauged from his show, but I know that G gaggers or Ghetto G. I do know that they pay their women $2,000. So that's what that one chick said, plus an Uber ride and a nutriment drink. So, and they have they're a less well-known name. So if they're profiting, it's natural to assume that Tommy is too.
And that's what he kept saying, talking about if you do my OnlyFans with me, you'll make way more money than you think. I have a big platform on there. Like, was telling me all this shit. Like, and I was just like, I'm good on it.
This
like,
man
I don't need it.
To pay child support. That's why he be on the internet. He got his ass on some heavy.
See how comfortable that women like this, like Tasha K, feel in knowing that they can make a man a loser at any time, and then when they do, they call him that. So they'll put you on child support and then say, "Hi, you're on child support, and you got to do this to pay your child support." I was talking to a brother who had to drive DoorDash to pay child support. So should his baby mama say, you got to do DoorDash to pay child support? He's feeding his kid.
That shit sad.
And he got to do that with young girls like y'all, because he know. He try to catch you before you figure out who he is.
Yeah, and that's so damn sad.
How tall is he?
He's probably like 6'5", I think. Tommy's a little tall, I think. Yeah, he's taller than me. I'm only 5'6", so I know he's like 6, probably 3, 4, 6'4".
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tommy the trick, y'all. So you turning yourself. Drop the link again.
I can't wait to the day. It's becoming less and less. I can't wait to the day where black men, that the word trick has no effect on you. Then it'll be like if Superman wasn't allergic to kryptonite. I really can't. I can't wait to brothers just say, like, "Oh, I'm a trick." Like, okay, so I really can't wait till that happens.
In the stream, y'all, so they can get on here and ask her questions. Okay, so you're getting ready to turn yourself in tomorrow.
No, I'm not turning myself in. I'm actually getting my attorney and them. They're going.
That's how you do it. They go do everything. You stay where you
I made my payment yesterday for it, so they're going to go up there to do lift my bench more out, so I don't got to go turn myself in, and then I'll just have to wait till my court date.
Okay. What's your attorney say? What's your attorney say is gonna happen? What do you think? Or she?
He basically said that this is gonna be dropped. That's like they 100% on. They seen the video. They slow mode it down.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm no lead attorney, but it does sound like it's something that's going to be dropped.
Even with just the verbal abuse that he was doing, they said this will be dropped, and not to even worry about it. Don't stress myself about it because they thankful that this happened on camera. But yeah, he went behind my back and pressed
So
charges.
you ain't got no brothers.
Yeah, I got brothers, and I have a huge family of around like 30 to 40.
You got some uncles from Florida.
Yeah.
Where's she going with this? If she's going where I think she's going, keep in mind I skimmed through it. I was watching Bernard's. I skimmed through it. So I don't know what she's about to say, but I know what she's about to say. Fellas, if your sister acts like this and you out there knocking niggas out over some crap like that, knowing that he's a dude that sues, then you're an idiot. And you deserve what comes to you after that. You deserve that. You ain't got no brothers. If you go out half cocked over some crap like this, then you deserve what's coming to you. If you are Alana's cousin, and for those of you who were born this millennia, Alana is a light-skinned woman from the movie Menace to Society. She got pregnant, blamed it on Kane. She sent her cousin. He said, I'm Ayana's cousin, and I don't like the way you treating her, partner. And then Kane whooped his ass, and he came back and shot up the whole place. And almost killed a 5-year-old in the process. He's going to go to jail for murder. And all the other stuff that they can pin on him. Because it's not just one thing. He's going to go to jail for the murder of the people he did murder, the attempted murder, the endangerment of a minor, the driving on the wrong side of the road, the reckless driving, the driving fast in the school zone, the illegal use of a firearm, the automatic weapons. He's going to go down for that. And you want to know what Alana's going to say? Oh, it's a good thing I got other cousins.
Yeah, I do.
That's it. That's all I need to hear. Okay, cool. I'm telling you, that's the only reason I work. Listen. Every time they hear, they go run and get restraining orders. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, y'all thought Shea was gonna give y'all that energy. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Broken tail light, failure to use a turn signal while drive-bying. They're gonna pin everything on that dude.
Nah.
Listen, we're gonna let some winos get in here to ask you some questions. I really thank you for and I'm gonna continue to ask you questions. Are you okay with the winos asking you questions?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, as long as they being respectful.
That's what I was just about to say. Just be,
y'all, they know they respectful over here. They know they may ask you a question. It may be a little hard, but they not gonna get disrespect. They're not gonna disrespect you because they're not gonna play that shit over here. Okay.
All right. Sweet Melody Speak says, it ain't tricking if you got it, but she's a hoe. True. So why she's shaming tricks? And I did a video on this years ago, right? Maybe 2 years ago. They really shame it to feel like less of a hoe. You see, if ever you're in an occupation where you're chronically on your knees to somebody, then that person is superior to you in that situation. Period. Okay, let's just take the Walmart greeter, right? The person, when you walk into Walmart, they say, "Welcome to Walmart. I love you," right? That is their job. They are on equal footing to their customers because their customers might also work at Walmart. They are your equal. They're standing, your eye to eye. Exact. That is their standing with you. Even if a doctor walks in, that's just how it is. However, if you were to walk into Walmart and they were on their knees and said, they were down on their knees and hands and say, thank you for the opportunity to serve you Walmart's goods and services. That is a degrading thing. You are literally beneath the person who may or may not be a patron of Walmart. Now, if you are the prostitute in this situation, you are being paid to kneel before your better. And they feel, that calling them a trick or a John makes the situation more dignified for you. It's weird. But you gotta be better than somebody. You got to be above the person that you're kneeling to somehow. I mean, just look at it as a business transaction. You don't even have to who's better than whom. Just look at it as a business transaction. It's like people go get a massage or something like that. But they really just need to degrade their customers in order to not feel the degradation themselves. Twisted. Thanks a lot, Sweet Melody Speaks. All right. So Corey Burke says, asking if she has brothers shows how dispensable Black women think we are. Absolutely. Absolutely. They do think that, man, what's that called with what's that called? Dang, Sylvester Stallone. He did like 8 movies with it. What's that called? Dang. Not the dispensables. Somebody help me out because he said it in Rambo. No, it's not the eunuchs. Somebody help me out. It's disposables. He did like 8 expendables. Thank you. They look at us as the expendables. They look at their own brothers, cousins, etc., 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 as expendable. And if you don't expend yourself, then you are a we're not protected. We're not protected. Yeah, he said it in Rambo. He said it. He said it to like a Vietnamese girl. He said, I'm expendable. She said, what does that mean? And he said, it's like if people had a party and you don't show up, it don't matter. That's what he was saying.
Okay. Yeah, we all have a voice. We all respect each other. Okay, come on in here, Cheddar.
Hi, ladies. How you guys doing today?
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I just want to make a comment, then I have a question for the young lady. Tommy Sotomayor is very problematic, and so is Fresh and Fit. They're colorist, they're misogynistic. Why do you?
Colorist, misogynistic. All right. They just not in agreement. Like, yeah, that's what they are.
Feel that while you were on the show, there was another Black lady or Black woman that was heavyset, and it's like she didn't really intervene or even back you up. But you have like a white girl on the side, like making little comments here and there. Like,
why did they bring up that there was another? They just expect sisterhood behavior. That Black girl, she was just like, listen, this is not my fight. You two obviously have something going on. I'm gonna mind my damn business.
Why do you feel like black women, the black women that was there did not come to your aid?
I kind of felt like they felt like they were silenced too. Like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to even probably help me because the way that Fit in them try to portray stuff, they would flip the whole thing and then it'd be two now angry black women. But everybody, we all should have stuck together and really jumped his ass, if you would ask me.
And I feel like I'm a black woman. I'm very educated. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I noticed like what you were saying.
Nobody asked. Nobody asked how many bachelor's degrees that you have. Why do they think we give a shit? I got a bachelor's in pottery and I got a bachelor's in basket weaving. Yeah, by the way, I'm educated. Just so you know, I'm educated. I got 2 of them.
They do have an agenda. Yes. And I'm dark skinned as well, or brown skin, but they won't invite like a woman that's like Candace Owens or someone of that caliber of woman or someone like.
Yes, they would. Yes, they Fresh and Fit would be elated. They would be elated to have Candace Owens on there. That would just make their show. That would make their entire show if they had Karen. Wow, they would just be clocking like Kevin Samuels numbers if they had Candace Owens on there. That is ridiculous for her to say that.
Like Tasha K, someone like Cynthia G. Those women are too smart for them. They don't invite those type of black women.
She called Cynthia G smart. She called Tasha K smart. Tasha K, a woman who shows up to her own show drunk and drink while on the show. This is what they call smart. And yes, they will have each of these women on. Each of the women that they said they will have on. All of them.
They try to invite black women who are really young. I'm 31. They'll try to invite someone who's like early 20s who doesn't know that much to fit their agenda.
Why is she calling this girl stupid? Yeah, you know, you don't know much because you're 20 something. She's not a, I'm not gonna say it, but she knows her pussy is more valuable than yours. How about that? And she know that yours was more valuable when you were 25 than it is now.
Or to prove their narrative, like, oh, these dark-skinned black women, or these dark, but they ghetto as fuck, they just say that, they stupid. And I feel like they strategically put you next to him because they felt like, okay, we're going to try to portray this narrative of this angry black woman stereotype. And it's like, it was kind of weird how that was. And I feel like Tommy is very problematic as well. He's dark-skinned. He has a dark-skinned mother. He has 2 dark-skinned daughters. He has 2 15-year-olds. And it's like, he even has a son that he doesn't even claim. So,
she's vaping on camera, by the way. The lawsuit chick, but she just knows his whole family breakdown. She knows his whole family breakdown. Dang. He has an uncle that's a Scorpio. It's like they really just hate watch this dude. I didn't know how many kids he had. I knew he had the one daughter. That's all I knew.
I saw what's his name? Tariq Nasheed approached him on the Vlad TV interview. And you notice he kind of like calmed down. He simmered down. He didn't have that energy for Tariq Nasheed. Yeah.
That is true. She got him there. That is true. He did not have that same energy with Tariq Nasheed. And he's just the one dude. Like, you know, it was a group in that one thing, like Tasha K said. But yeah, she got a point there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was like you can see that he was fearful. He's fearful of other men. But with women.
Yes. What's wrong with that? Why is people talking about that like it's a horrible thing? Like, y'all remember Debo on the first Friday and old man got out the car And Debo was like, you want some of this too, old man? No. Now, would he have had that energy if it was like Smokey that did that to his son? Of course not. He recognized the odds. He's like, no, I don't want some of that. Let's go on and get out of here. Yeah, so Tommy's a scared ass. So what? Like, why? Listen, men. For the most part, listen. Within reason, understand that there are guys out there that treat guys who can definitely whoop their ass different. There's a slight difference of treatment between the people you know can definitely whoop your ass, between the people you know you definitely can't whoop your ass. There's a slight difference. Tommy seemed to be clear in the fact that Tariq Nasheed could whip his ass. He seems to embrace that. He understands it. He's accepted that as a fact. Like Debo and this, you want some of this too, old man? He's accepted that as an actuality. No. But I can whoop Shay's ass. So it's going to be different. It's not really much to harp on. Like, it's really not. It's not much to harp on. It's not a good look, don't get me wrong, but it's not much to harp on.
Especially Black women, he's very hyper aggressive, and I hate that. That's all I had to say.
And yeah, and you're right. You're 100% right. And I also feel that if they didn't sit me next to Tommy, all this would not have happened. All this would not have happened because I would be across from you. They could have literally put me on the side, but they told me already when they knew they had the agenda, you're gonna sit right here because you're the star of the show, trying to make me feel better, And I sat right there, So and I held myself for so long. You have no idea.
I don't know why she would be the star of the show. I don't think that they said that.
Held myself for so long because like the just different type of slugs he was just saying while they was asking certain questions and certain questions when it came to about flying girls out. I literally no one even knew that he flew me out. So I was like, he's really throwing these fucking slugs. Like, wow, okay, I see what
and
you're
then
trying
he's
to
bragging, and then he's bragging about like fucking your friend, and he could have fucked you, but he failed to say that he had to pay $2,500 for some pussy.
Exactly.
Yet he made fun of me for the stove. That nigga is a hypocrite.
And I think he was mad that he couldn't fuck you, so he had a lot of energy. Like, oh, how dare this whole try me? I don't flew the eye. He think he's gonna get the pussy and he ain't get it. So he was mad about that as well. Coupled with the fact that he has this Superman complex or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So they do invite Black women who are naive. I'm not gonna say stupid, but who are young, whatever. Yeah. They, like I said, they wouldn't invite a Tasha K. They wouldn't invite a Paris Malone. They wouldn't invite a Cynthia G. Yes.
Sana, listen. So
yes, they would.
Before I knew about Fresh and Fit, my team, Nicole, she's unfortunately no longer with us, but she had told me, I guess her and Chelsea thought it would be a good idea for me to go on their podcast. And so I was just like, who are these guys? Mm-hmm. I looked it up. I said, did y'all send the request? They was like, yeah. And they said $10,000. I said, don't y'all ever in your life, ever solicit me to no shit like that. And they was just like,
all right, I'm gonna pause right here. We need like 150 likes at least. Y'all slipping. We need like 150 likes. All right, we need 13 more. All right, 10 more. All right, let me read the super chats while we go. Ah, crap. Okay, it says, notice how they keep saying, how did that make you feel? What about actually analyzing what actually happened? They believe embarrassing folks somehow makes what they say a fact. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's because it works so long on black men. Thanks a lot for the super chat. And Uneducated Lamb said on general purpose. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay. All right. Let's see where we're at. All right. Let's go.
Hey, but we thought it would be good because I knew you would shut them down from all the shit that they say. I said, yeah, but you know, you got to catch these guys good. But I said, Albert and Preach are two black men who literally shut. I was going to say the word, but I ain't going to say the word. He shut. They asses the fuck down. I don't need to say nothing. Albert and Preach already did it.
Oh, yeah, they did. They
did it. And they platform bigger than mine. I said, see, that's how you do it, man to man, okay? Yeah. But YouTube shut Tommy down. That's why he on O.
See, I love it when women tell men how to behave, and it does seem to be on some divide and conquer shit. Like, that's how you do it, men on men. Notice how they encourage division between us and unity between each other. You should get your brothers. Or do you have any brothers? Because we need some more black on black violence.
OnlyFans paying young girls $2,500, soliciting them for $5,000.
Tasha,
can y'all hear the age envy here? Paying young girls, they young girls. How come the young girls get into it? Basically, what she's saying is she wished she was getting the $2,500 offers, even at her current income. That's what she's saying. She's jealous of these young girls. So is the person that called in.
he has a video on OnlyFans and I watched it. He literally had sex with a girl in his studio, the same studio that he does his YouTube live.
And you watched it? And you watched it? So you paid and you watched it, just like you've been watching Tommy for years. You've been watching Tommy for years. I'm not subscribed to his OnlyFans, and I damn sure didn't watch him like sleep with a chick or have sex with a chick on video.
Stuff on. He has a video like entering a girl from behind.
Who do you think he is? Lex Steele or some shit?
Gross.
I guess he just tried to be Tommy the porn star now.
All right, well, beautiful ladies, have a good day.
He has dumbed himself down. Probably had a good future at one point, and now he's dumbed down to Pornhub and having sex for money to pay those black women child.
But so did they. So did they. And I don't know if it's really dumbed down. Like I don't know how highbrow his stuff was before to where he like porn is a step down.
Yeah.
For example, like those of you who has like a 3 or below number in front of their age probably don't notice, but Jerry Springer used to be a regular serious show a long, long, long time ago. Jerry Springer was a serious show, kind of like Oprah, but it wasn't as ethnic. And then it changed into what you see today. I don't know if the show's still on, but what you've seen like in the past couple decades, it's changed. So that would be saying, the bar was lowered. But Tommy has always been like, and this isn't a shot, even though I have reason to shoot. Tommy has always been like on some Jerry Springer now level to where the bar, isn't really much different than porn. They're just trying to say he took a step down or something. No. And they keep bringing up to pay the child support. Really? Like, by that logic, you could say that these women are sleeping with men on camera to feed their kids. But that's okay.
Okay,
He's losing steam. That's why I think he went on the Fresh and Fit show. He's losing steam. I used to watch him years ago.
He probably paid to be on there.
He's probably paying them to be on it. That's exactly.
I know he is.
That's what I think.
They came back and my people told me 10,000. I said, "Don't y'all ever try me like that?"
Right.
So she asked to be on the Fresh and Fit show. This I didn't know. Tasha K asked to be on the Fresh and Fit show. They said $10,000. What does that say about your vagina? What does that say about your vagina to where oh my Lord. What does that say about your vagina to where the younger, hotter, sexier, childless people of the world get on there for free? The younger, hotter, sexier, childless women of the world get on Fresh and Fit for free. They're asked to come. Would you like to come on my show for free? I would greatly appreciate you coming by. And they say, okay, sure. And then, but you got to pay? What does that say about you? What does that say about your vaginal worth? What does that say about your womanness? Why'd you hide her? Hold on. Hold on. What did she say? Great job censoring people. That's not too bad. Hold on. Let's see what she said before that. This is a great echo chamber. Yeah, easy on the wrench, y'all. I'll let her back. As long as she's not like directly saying shit. Like Melody had a good hide earlier. But yeah, I'll bring her back. Anyway, you have to pay. It's kind of like this episode of Family Guy I seen. When Peter was like, how do I get $5,000 or something like that? And he said, and Quagmire said, well, you can sleep with 50 fat women. Or no. He said you can sleep with 100 fat women at $50 a pop. And then he was like, nah, I can't really do that. And then he was like, well, you can sleep with 100 really fat women at $50 a pop. He said, what's wrong? Fat women need love too, but they got to pay. So basically he's saying, you got to pay. You have to pay for the same access that hotter women get for free. That's what he's saying. That's what Fresh and Fit are saying about you and your vagina. Sucks to be you.
No.
Yeah, he's definitely paying them to get on that show, and he told me that they paid him. He said that they paying him to come on that show. He get paid for anything he get on.
So thanks a lot to Antoine. I'm not gonna say the last name or even the last initial, but appreciate the super chat. Or excuse me, appreciate the cash app.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shana. We're gonna move on. Hey guys, we got one question because we gotta be done by 12, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, 3 questions per guest, okay? Because we gotta be done by 12. Not 12, but 3 minutes per guest. Okay, that's what Shea said. So 3 minutes per guest, because we gotta be done by at least 12:30. Okay. So thank you so much, Shana. Come on here, G, darling.
Hey, Tasha. Hey, Shay.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi, Wayne. Wino. I'm fine. Thank you for having me up here. Thank you, Tasha, for embracing this young lady. Before I ask my question, please make sure she gets professional representation. Now, Shay, did
Yes,
you
ma'am.
sign anything?
No. Well, only thing that I signed was they make every girl sign like
Look at this chick. Look at the woman that's calling. Now y'all know when dealing with Chantel Simone, or when talking about Chantel Simone, well, really all the pick-me's, they have something I like. You know, Melody with the freckles, Chantel Simone with the dark rim glasses, and Danica with the glossy. She got the glossy, right? They all have something I like. And she has it. This woman that's calling has it, but it looks like crap on her. Everything is worse when women like this do it. I like dark rim glass. What the hell is you doing? What is that pose? What's with the face? This is how you chose to be seen? Dang it. It's a disgrace to dark rim glasses. It's kind of like when a TS wears something that would be attractive on a woman. It's like you make it worse. You make it worse for regulars. Fair use.
a wager for the show.
So what, you want to sue them, or you have permission to? They have permission to use your likeness, image, and name to disseminate on their platform.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, cool. What's your next question, Gigi?
Gigi.
Yes.
My next question, because I'll never understand why melanated men, I would say Tommy is a shade darker than you are, hate on melanated women. Because you did not know who Tommy was, did you have any prior situations similar to what he invited you to, or was that your first? Did you feel like this was your chance?
Yeah, I feel like this is my first time, like, ever getting invited to something like this. Like, I never experienced nothing like this ever in my life.
Okay. And what's your next question, Ms. Gigi?
Thank you, Tasha, and thank you, Shay. Basically, that was it. I think he finally met his match. I'm glad you look exactly like you do. You are cultured.
He finally met his match? Really? Is that what you call a match?
You are intelligent, and it's a pleasure to speak.
I love it. Thank you so much, Ms. Gigi. Okay. All right. Ellen, how you doing, Ellen? What's your name and where you from?
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm out here in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, it's not really a question, but I guess it's just a few comments. So I did watch, the clip, the viral clip of what, happened between you and Tommy on the podcast. And I will say, honestly, I think you did a decent job in handling yourself. And I felt like you did do your best to maintain your calm, but it was clear when his voice got super, aggressive, then also it was almost like you were being provoked in a way.
This caller does have a point. Now, I mentioned before, Tommy was speaking out of frustration because she was being annoying, and not being deliberately annoying, but she wasn't listening, but she kept talking, and that's people like that are annoying to talk to.
Way, I almost wish you would have really like two-pieced him, you know, but I think you did. You definitely handled yourself. The one thing I did notice when I was kind of looking up some of Tommy's stuff in terms of his OnlyFans, I didn't go on his OnlyFans, but all the girls he's really having sex with are all brown skin or dark skin like you. So I find it really interesting.
Now I didn't notice, but I don't think it's true because her friend wasn't dark skinned. Okay, I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm gonna be straightforward and honest. Because I don't think that Tommy has a preference for dark skinned women. It is possible that he do. But if what she's saying is true, I don't think that this is a matter of Tommy's fetish. I think that this is more of it's cheaper. And I hate to say that. But I do think that that might be the case. I don't really deal in prostitutes like that. Nor do I produce porn or anything like that. So I don't know, but I suspect that $2,500 goes further in some markets than others. So like if he puts $2,500 out there, he'll get more callbacks from a certain cohort of women. Because keep in mind that and you get more done. Because keep in mind that girl from G Gaggers or Ghetto G, that girl from that show, she did that, all of that for $2,000, which means that all the chicks on that show did that for that amount or roughly around that amount. So that does seem like that is the going rate for that complexion and the extent of degradation that they're willing to endure for them does seem to be greater than other groups. I'm just speculating. And that might be the reason that he has more from that particular group.
And he's tricking on these girls that actually are your skin tone, if not darker. But then he's sitting here disrespecting or really.
And notice how nobody is saying that about the Ghetto G or the G Gagger people. Nobody's calling them tricks, are they?
Trying to disrespect you and dark black skinned women on the podcast, talking about, it was her light skinned friend. She jealous because it's her light skinned friend that I did whatever with. But it's like, but that's not the folks you're paying on your podcast tripping on or whatever, or your OnlyFans tripping on to have sex with. So what's up with that? So I almost feel like when you kind of exposed him and I'm really happy you did that when you had your proof in those text messages and you showed it to Fresh or whatever, towards the end of that podcast, say, now hold up a minute. He invited me out. He was trying to do whatever with me. He was even reaching out, and it was clear you weren't even responding to him like that. He was really pressed about trying to see, hey, how come you're not going to stay? Did I do anything wrong? So I think this was more of he bucked up because he had an audience.
Okay, if that's true, I don't remember seeing that part, but if that's true, that is a real bad look. It's a real bad look that you are sweet talking a prostitute after money was paid. Again, that is a real bad look. Like after everything is like, wait, how come you don't want to? Because she already got paid. That's damn, Tommy.
Audience, and because he was trying to play into this narrative that is very popular but very disturbing, is how black men, particularly dark-skinned black men, think it's somehow okay to belittle, disrespect dark-skinned or brown-skinned black women, as if who are they? I'm brown-skinned, but like who are we or who are they when the issue is.
Okay. Do dark-skinned black women ever disrespect dark-skinned black men or black men in general? Huh.
No, hold up. She rejected you, and that's what you're really upset about. And maybe you're kind of upset about that more so than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Linda. I love it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. All right, moving on. Vic XL, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. Tasha, I'm a big fan. Thank you for
Shout
letting
out
me
to
come on.
Atlanta. What's going on?
I have a question. It's going to probably be an unpopular question, but
Okay.
I have to ask it. The first thing I got to ask is when she accepted $2,500 to fly from Florida to Miami to Tommy's personal space, um, what did she expect? Because I don't really know anyone who gives someone $2,500 to come talk about a podcast. That's my first question.
Yeah, so they were talking on their own. So whatever they discussed, that's what they discussed. And she told me.
You know what I'm saying? But you, he flew you out as well, right?
Yeah, but the agreement was me originally doing the podcast. So as the time actually came, the day of that we was getting flued out, that's when he brought up the whole, can we make some content? And I told him, I have to feel your energy when I'm there, and I'll think about it. That whatever them two was texting about.
Okay, so if what they're saying is true, she said, because that's a rejection. I have to feel your energy. That's what the content is, my energy inside you. But anyway, uh, at that point, it's kind of like if what they're saying is true, then he's losing sight of the fact that this is a transaction. And he still is paying for the opportunity to seduce, which is an ego thing that we as black men really got to get over. We got to learn to get past. All right, let me shout out somebody. I think Deacon Dave sent the super sticker. Give me a second. Oh, crap. All right, here we go. Yeah. Thank you for being a channel member, Deacon Dave, and thanks for the super sticker. Greatly appreciate you. All right.
That's what they was texting about. But we was with each other, both seeing a message that he was, texting us.
Okay, got you. My second question is, do you feel like being on a Fresh and Fit, they kind of took advantage of maybe what they viewed you as, portraying you like a person who might get emotional and react in a way, and he also reacted in a way to benefit them? Because it appears that Fresh and Fit has really benefited from both you guys emotionally.
Yes, I definitely feel that they benefit that. And also, like even before then, Myra even like whispered in my ear and was like, "Can you just please try to hold yourself, together? I know your father just passed, and I don't want you, making yourself look like a fool."
All right, thank you for answering the questions. Thank
So why did they think that she was set up if he told her to not look like a fool?
you, Tasha, for letting me on.
No
Good
problem.
luck to both you guys on anything y'all got going on.
Thank you. All right, Chris, come on out. Where you from, Chris?
I'm from Riverside, California. Tasha, I'm a huge fan of your show. Ever since
Thank
you
you.
did the kids uh, interview, you did great. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Thank
I have
you.
a question for the lady here. Um, it's going to be a little bit hard. Why do you think Tommy would be a quote unquote rat for you hitting him? But if he did the same thing, you'd probably do the same thing.
The
Ah,
thing is, what happens? That's basically
I like this question, and it does seem like she's fumbling a little bit. Let me do a rewind. I like that question.
For you hitting him, but if he did the same thing, you'd probably do the same thing.
the thing is, what happens? That's basically what happens in the streets. Just don't stay in the streets with me. I don't care how it is. I'm not gonna go and put the white folks in somebody's life. We already dark skinned in America, so I
Oh, so you're not going to get child support. You're not going to ever divorce a dude, is what you're saying. So basically, if a dude just came in and spat in your hair or something like that, you would just get your brothers or something.
know I wouldn't even really even do that. No matter how mad I'm at you, I wouldn't even wish jail on my worst enemy because I done time before and I know how that.
Holy crap! I did not know this. I did not know this. So by her 25th birthday, she has already done time. I've done time before. This I didn't know. So I learned something today. All right.
Is like I don't care how mad you is at someone. I'm not gonna go call the police on you. We just gonna handle whatever happens in the streets.
Okay. And as it pertains to the video, because a lot of viewers have sat at home and actually watched that video, it appears as though you actually assaulted him.
I
What do you
didn't
have to say
assault
about
him. Yeah, Tommy, as you can see in the video, before it even led up into that, he pushed Myron into me. He pushed his ass right into me, and I protected myself. And then that's when he came and windmilled, and then tried to cry and say that someone punched him. But he's the one that pushed me first. And you can go slow mo it down too. I can give you the exact time and second where it started at if you want to.
Okay. Have you, okay, you said you'd never press charges, so.
Never.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tasha. It's my first time doing this, coming on here. I don't have any other further questions. You keep rocking this show. Love you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Shea, for like even allowing them to ask you questions. We just got a few more, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. I think we got
Okay,
one,
no
two,
problem.
three, like 7 more. How
Okay.
you doing? Who Yusuf?
Yeah.
How you doing, Yusuf?
Hey, bro.
Hey, this,
Hey.
Hi.
Hey,
Y'all know each other?
yeah. Shout out to him, by the way, all the way,
Okay.
the Ratchet family.
Okay. What's going on?
And I interviewed her the other day, and I was so excited, and I'm so proud of you, Tasha. Thank you for extending the platform to her. I felt like I was trying to do what you're doing right now with her, but I didn't have the platform big enough to do so. But I did what I could with what I had, and you know, it's busters like this, right? And we talked before on CTVs, by the way.
We did? Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay, so this dude is obviously a panderer. But let's see where this goes.
oh, this the thing. He's exploiting the dark-skinned black women and girls because of his own self-hate. You see what I'm saying? See, these Beckys and these Beckishas and Becknikas, they not gonna let him exploit them and do whatever they want to do to him on camera.
Huh? They're not? You see how they all over the place? Because before they were saying that, you know, oh, these white girls, they let you do anything. And I was like, well, what do they do that y'all don't do? And now it's like, oh, they're not gonna let you exploit them on camera. Really? Like, really, my dude? And why is it okay to just use white pejoratives?
You see, that's just
Well, their fathers won't allow that.
Absolutely. They got too much pride instilled in them from their presence. But the thing is, when it comes down to the way that...
So he basically just said black women have no pride. He basically said white women won't let you do that because they got too much pride. In other words, black women have no damn pride.
And, the hit. The dude just said that she would have did the same, and she just showed y'all how black women be having way more honor amongst us than y'all do, because that's not the way you should be thinking. And there shouldn't be nobody in the first line of defense for your women other than you anyway. So when you're her problem, right, it's like she's essentially giving birth to the threat, and that's sad sometimes. And but my last thing, when they bust your ass upside the head, women, auntie, mama, cousin, sister, when they bust you upside the head, it's all kind of excuses. Oh, well, he had a hard life, and you know, he didn't have, he just had a moment.
Why do Southerners say upside the head? Because my grandma from the South, and she say stuff like knock you upside your head. What's upside your head? What the hell is that? What the hell is upside your head? What does that mean? Somebody from the South, let me know. What does that mean? What does fat meat, greasy mean? Y'all just say shit. Y'all just say stuff, don't you? Oh, it's a song? Dun 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 dun. Upside the head, dun 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 dun. Inside the bed. Dun. What is that? Is plantation talk? It just sounds weird as hell. Well, and why are you still saying it?
He trying to stop drinking and he couldn't help it. And everybody make excuses. But when she bust this motherfucker upside the head, it's a goddamn rub.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Leave him alone. He just got a little stress going on at work. His check was.
What the hell? Stop asking questions like this. Why did Tommy pay for pussy? That's the real question. It's for the thing. To get what he paid for. What do you mean? Like, put anything besides pussy in that sentence and tell me, don't the question answer itself? Why did Tommy pay for candy? Oh, he paid for candy, to have candy. Why did Tommy pay for a car? To have a car. Why did Tommy pay for a massage? To have a massage. Why did Tommy pay for a haircut? To have a haircut. It's what kind of question is that? The question answers itself.
Sure. Let him drink.
That's one. I know
He
you
done tricked it all off on somebody.
Right. Go ahead. You good?
Her and
Go
Claudia
ahead.
still friends. Right?
Say that again.
You and Claudia still good, right?
Yes,
Claudia
we
who?
still good. Me and Claudia.
Friends.
Okay.
Claudia is the
I didn't know.
Nah, she just said on Kwame's that they weren't cool.
I was like, who you
He
talking
was
about?
trying to break
Claudia?
us up. Yeah, he was definitely trying
Okay.
to break me and Claudia relationship.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, they probably, got back together as friends.
I'm going back to your chat. I'm holding it down. You gotta mod me up over there so I can get some dickheads out of here.
Okay.
This dude is a country freaking hater. Something is seriously. I know sometimes I down Southern brothers. Actually, I'm gonna keep that out of this. He's just a panderer.
All right, Shea.
All right.
Bye. Love y'all. Love you, Tasha. All the winos. I fuck with y'all.
I love you, too. You funny. I gotta follow you. You funny. I like you.
He's
Check my
funny.
on Instagram. I got you. I already emailed you. Love y'all.
He is not funny.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Mama's up. All right. So, who is it? Lisa Love. Is it Lisa Love?
Yes.
Hi, Lisa. So, what's your where you calling from?
Chicago.
Shout out to Shawtown. I'm from Chicago.
Hey there.
Where you go? I think I was from Chicago in my previous life because of my swag. You feel me? Chicago, guys.
What the hell is swag?
Wait. I said, okay. Well, what's your question? You got 3 questions, Mom. What you got?
But you know what? It's crazy because being from Chicago, you can't put your hands on nobody and think ain't no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. If he pushed Marvin into you, he didn't touch you. The problem with females is they get active and hyper and want to put their hands on people and that ain't how it works. Because where I'm from, if you put your hands on a man, he gonna beat that ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait a minute.
Why is she? So the chick in the middle, or the chick on the right on your screen, she's shouting, and basically she's saying that you shouldn't be putting your hands on people. Is essentially what she's saying. And she's nodding yes to that. Like, he should retaliate.
Wait a minute, Lisa. Whose side you on?
Obviously, Tommy.
I'm just talking about the fight. You ain't got, and nobody has to like Tommy.
I'm just talking about from a fighting point of view.
But yeah, and also, you know, y'all laws are different from Florida. So in Florida laws,
y'all laws are different from Florida. So basically, she goes state to state reading law books, determining how much she could fuck with somebody.
Ever hit who first? If you feel that your life is in threat, you could protect yourself.
Shey, hold on. Because we talking to another black woman right now. Hold on. Hold that. I got it.
Oh crap! They're about to chastise this chick for not being down with the sisterhood.
Lisa, how you doing? Now, I know you got your black screen on and stuff, but you know that was a bold statement to come on the platform and say that, and your face ain't shown. Okay, that does not show respect, and it doesn't show that you even understand what the situation was. Okay, there we.
She cammed up. She cammed up. She cammed up, and this is her. I'm not going to speak ill against her looks. I've been to Chicago once. I should say more, I've been to O'Hare once. I was there in the city for as long as it takes for the cab to take me out of Chicago into Naperville. So I know nothing of it, except that the cab drivers seem to always be African or Jamaican. That's it. That's all I know about it. And now I know that about the cab drivers, and that at least one woman from Chicago looks like this. That's all I know.
Go. Now we can talk. Let's go, sister. Now, so a man done put his hands on you?
Yes, and I'm good at what I do. So that's why I don't back down. If I fight a man, I know what I'm getting into.
What?
Oh, this conversation went a completely different direction. This conversation, she's basically saying that you are not qualified to fight Tommy, but she is essentially what she's saying.
I fought men many a day.
Ha!
So you mean to tell me, as a woman, you think it's okay for a man who's physically stronger than you?
She sees herself, when she fights a man, she sees it as equal terms because it's her. This is interesting. Wow. People are interesting. Yeah, she said, don't start none unless you can finish it. And she turned on the camera like, look at me. I can finish it. I can finish it.
Okay? And was made that way by God for him to put his hands on you, and you okay with that?
If I hit him first. If
so
I hit you and
I
cannot expect not to get hit back.
What have you went through to even allow that? That's coming from somewhere else. What have you went through? Did your mama get beat?
So it's okay for women to hit.
She is schooling it. Now I want y'all to listen. Let me show y'all something, because this is a perfect. I'm never gonna get like a more perfect example of how the sisterhood hierarchy works. What she did was she ranked Tasha You see, before, and I even thought this, and Tasha had planned to do this. She was going to say that, you're speaking against the sisterhood. How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. But when she turned on the camera, she got ranked. She got ranked. I'll tell you that time I got ranked severely. Was at a company thing back when I worked for tech support, and I said to my boss at the time, I was like, "What did you do for the company fair?" Because all the supervisors had to chip in, and he said I was working first aid. I was like, "Oh, I learned first aid in ROTC, right?" He said, "Yeah, I learned it in the Navy." I was like, "Oh, cool, you were in the Navy." He said, "Yeah, I was a Navy SEAL." It's like, "Oh, okay." So that really just outranked my shitty ROTC experience now, doesn't it? I got ranked. You see, she's getting ranked. What do I mean by ranked? The older and fatter you are in the sisterhood, the higher your rank. I repeat, the older and fatter you are in the sisterhood, the higher your rank. She turned the camera on and Tasha changed up her demeanor because she outranks Tasha. Even though it's her show, Tasha is speaking to her with deference. The hierarchy of this panel goes far left, or excuse me, far right, far left, middle. She outranks her. That's why she went from she's about to tell her how the sisterhood works, and then she cammed up like, no, you are not about to tell me how the sisterhood works, you low-ranking member of the sisterhood, you thin younger woman than me. How dare you? Do not. You do not. Don't you see? I have a scarf on. I have a scarf on. I outrank you. The closer you look to Esther Rose, the more you rank. That is how that works. She put her in her place. That's why Tasha went from doing that to asking the question. Now she's asking. No, she's not a 5-star general, like, because you have to do other stuff to be 5-star general, but she's an officer. She's an officer. Tasha is a lieutenant compared to this chick. This chick is like a captain or a colonel or something like that. She's not a general. She's not big enough or old enough too. But she outranks Tasha though. She outranks Tasha. And watch. Keep in mind, I haven't seen this part before. Watch how the conversation goes. She's going to speak to her, even though it's her own show. She's going to continue to speak to this woman in deference, even though she is speaking against the narrative. Even though she's not participating in the echo chamber, they're still going to give her the deference and respect. She came on and she put these underlings in their place, saying, you better be ready if you're going to hit a man. And they are taking these words as gospel because it comes from a ranking member of the sisterhood, a ranking member of the sisterhood. Look at her scarf. She's like, I rank you. Shout out to the Navy SEALs.
Men and nothing to happen. But if they hit us, we can call and press charges. We can get our brothers and uncles.
Listen, when a man uses something, a person or an object to hit this woman, she has a right to defend herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you didn't see that, that's okay. I understand that. But for her to even address him giving him the right to use somebody else as a shield to run into her, that's a bitch move. It's for you to be a black woman.
But did he really push her, or was they both excited jumping in each other's face?
Do you have a daughter?
I have 2 daughters.
So if a man whoop their ass after they push a man, it's okay.
If they push the man,
yeah,
you got to know what's coming. Everybody is not going to be accepting to you hitting them. Just because you a woman, you cannot hit a man for no reason.
Look at how confused Tasha is about this comment. She's looking like, wait a minute, I just can't. You telling me I just can't hit a man just cause? Look at how confused she is by this comment. Look at her. She looks like she's trying to figure out the square root of a negative number. She is like, what in the hell is this? Actually, she's it's not that complicated. She looks like she's just seeing like an upside down E and it's like, wait, what? Now, I want to point out something. Look at this right here. Look at that crease. That neck crease right there. Now, what that is indicative of is fat to come. She's 25 years old now. That line is a sign of fat to come. It's a pre-fat indicator. Fellas, you got to look for signs like this. I'm telling you, like 2 years, these chicks be blowing up like balloons, and then you start to look back at the signs. Like, oh crap, I should have seen that neck crease. I wish I had watched GC. Then I would have known that this was coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. You put a ring on that. If you put a ring on her, you are putting a ring on her. I repeat, if you put a ring on her, you are putting a ring on her. That is your future. That is your future. It's not a double chin, but it's one chin and a growing chin. It's growing. It's growing at an exorbitant rate. She's 25.
I'm sensing. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Listen. I don't like to go in like this on the winos because I really appreciate y'all love, but I have to be.
You see that? I don't like to go in. I don't like to go in on the winos like that because I appreciate your love. You see that? You see the deference? I'm telling you, she is speaking to a superior officer. She is speaking like, I don't like to go up on the winos like that, but yeah. Look at her. Look at her. Her hand is pressed together in a pleading fashion. She's like, I respect the rank. I respect the rank. You see this, right? You see, I'm telling you, she ranks her. Look at her. This is in a pleading fashion. Listen, I don't want to go off on her people. You see that? I'm telling you, it's the ranking hierarchy. Bend the knee. Exactly.
Honest, like for you to even say that, like that right there is coming from somewhere else.
So men can get whatever done to them.
Okay.
And
she said okay. She said okay. Like men could get whatever done to them. Okay, yeah, that's about right. I understand that part of the conversation. You're stupid. You're stupid. It's always ugly men judging women. Let's see you, game changer. People have seen me. Okay? Ask around about me. I have a life outside of YouTube, but yes, I have met YouTubers. Ask around about me. But guess what? So, by that logic, handsome men just go out with ugly bitches, huh? Huh? Like Michael B. Jordan would go out with you. No. Every man judges a woman's look, dumbass. In fact, the handsomer man judge it more because they have more options, dumbass. Look, come to the Bay Area. I don't hide. Come to the Bay Area, California. Make an appointment. We meet up. Have some Everton Jones. Have some Nations. Damn, I wish I was eating Nations right now. Shit, if you're in town, I'll go to Nations right now. I want some Nations. All right. Then we can make it happen. And if I still got a taste for Nations, then we do.
They have to accept it because they.
Nations is a giant burger. It's the best burger that I know of that exists. Yeah, I can't describe it. Like the closest place to it is In-N-Out Burger, but it still beats them like by a large shot. Yeah, I wish I was eating it right now.
They're physically stronger. And whereas the woman can walk away as well before it even escalates. Before it even escalates.
Do you not understand the man's role?
Yeah, I do.
But
we have a role too.
They're the leader of the
women have a
household.
role too.
No. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna talk about that. So we're talking about a man that has a God-given right by God in the universe as dominion over women and everything else. Okay. All right. So as a man, if you have dominion, you have to control your household. You have to do so without being physical. So
who put that rule in there? Who put that rule in there that you have to do so without? He has dominion, he has rights and authorities and stuff, but he can't do this. Stupid.
So if your woman or your sister, your brother or auntie or whoever is out of place as a man has to use his intellect in order to calm a woman down. Because let's be honest.
So you're supposed to think about a chick that's beating you. That's how they picture life. She's just like, think about it, 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 think about it. You're a man. What the hell? And this ranking member of the sisterhood, she is not having it. Look at the look on her face. All right, give me 200 likes, people.
As any woman would submit to any man without a man even having to put hands on.
Mm-hmm.
So if a man feels that he has to go there, then something is wrong with him. He does not have dominion or control over the thing that God has given him by right. And so for you to even...
You just said that he did. You just said that he did have this dominion and control. Now you're saying he don't. Gosh. Hold on, there's a super sticker here somewhere. Or a super chat. Hold on. I'll get it on the... All right, so 10-month member says, where your man at, Nat? Or man at, excuse me. Where your man at Sugar Bomb. Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be on Sweet Melody Speaks. So I'm not going to have a panel here, but I am going to be on the panel that she has there. So that'll be like the discussion portion of this show. So if you could set up and put a link in there for after this, because I'm about to shut down soon, then we'll go there. But thanks a lot for the super sticker. Our super chat, my bad.
To say that it's okay, that's the very reason why our daughters are getting their ass beat, because you as a black woman gonna sit up there and say, guess what? They ain't got the right to put their hands on it, but a man.
She's saying that the women don't have a right to put their hands on the man. She's saying that. And you are arguing that they do.
They can call us a bitch. They can sleep around. They can fill us full of AIDS, and you gonna think
Okay,
about
so you telling me it don't go both ways?
She said they can fill us. You just full of it, huh?
Just like a man can't hit a woman can't hit a man. That's what you're saying because they black.
Even biblically, listen. Now I'm not a follower of the Bible.
I'm just saying, is you telling me it's okay for a woman to wow the fuck out on me, and it's okay?
She didn't wow out on him. She addressed him like a woman respectfully. He continued to call her out of her name, and he used another man as a shield to push her. So when she decided to fight back and stand up for her, not one black man in that room took her side, and not even a black woman. And for you to sit here and say that it's okay, that's the bullshit. That's the reason
I saw two people arguing, getting excited. I did not see him push no Myron into her.
Right. Nobody's seen. See, she's being insubordinate right now. She's being insubordinate. Nobody's seen him push Myron into her.
Even if he did push him.
Get her the fuck off my show with that low stuff steam ass shit. Think she probably don't even. Who's next? Let's go change. I'm sorry, Shea.
All right, that's enough for today. I will do a part 2 on this. Let me let Sweet Melody Speaks get hers, so I could go to her show for the Q&A portion. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2 to this and finish up the Danica Marie thing at the same time. So stay tuned for that, because I have about 20 more minutes of this and about 20 more minutes of the Danica thing. And yeah, we're going to do it that way. So tell the mods to stop censoring me. Listen, if you are saying something that's shut the fuck upable, then shut the fuck up. I don't know what they're censoring you for, but yeah, they might be doing that. You say suspect weird stuff chronically. That was beautiful. That was beautiful to watch the whole ranking structure happen. It was spectacular that she came in, the Grand Poobah. So it reminds me of this. It reminds me of an episode. I watch a show called 60 Days In. And shout out to the 25 letter crew. All right, just so you know, I call the people from LA that wear the red the 25 letter crew. I just say it to Bloods. Shout out to them for this. So I was watching an episode of 60 Days In. And in this particular place, they're the ones who run the prison, right? It's a black gang. And the white dudes had like a football pool. So they gathered all their extra commissaries, all they like, soups and whatever they feel, cookies and stuff like that, whatever they feel is a treat. And they put it in a pot, in a cell, in a bag. And whoever won this football pool that they had, gets the pot. Yeah, that's what they do to pass time. And then a young boy, they are relatively young, but younger than a junior member, an entry level member of their organization, stole the pot. He stole the pot, and I guess the thinking was, I'm going to do this, and what can they really do? I'm affiliated. We outnumber them. Give me your stuff. I want to spend Red's money. He just came like that, right? And he so then they went around, found out who did it. White boys asked like, hey, what's this is something that happened. They talked to a senior member of their organization, and shout out to them. He told the young boy to give it back, to give them their stuff back. You see, they got ranked. The young dude got ranked for the sake of justice and righteousness. That's what happened to these two right now. These two just got ranked for the sake of justice and righteousness. The woman came on, the ranking member of the sisterhood came on and said, listen, it's about what's just and righteous. And what did they do? They kicked her off. They don't give a damn about what's just or righteous or anything. They're saying, I want to do stuff. I want to be able to hit a guy, and he is supposed to respond with his intellect. And intellectually speaking, he should beat the shit out of you. In retaliation. All right, let me see if she started, because I'm about to close down. Hold on. Don't look like she's starting. So what I'm going to do is I just put her link in the thing so y'all can see when she does come up or when she does start. And we'll do it that way. All right, hit that like button. There we go. All right. But that's it. Once again, I am going to continue this conversation. I'm going to do a part 2 of this, and I'm going to do a part 2 of the Danica Marie video with Tasha K, all in the same video. So stay tuned for that. Outside of that, I want to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And remember, this is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.